Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our horizontal planners for the last week in June. And I've got these highlighters here ready to go, as well as this white Jelly Roll pen, these Versamagic inks, this blending brush, and these sticker books which I'll pull from. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay down some wax paper here to get things started. So for this week's theme, I was browsing through my sticker stash and came across these 2 pages of colored yet outlined florals from the Seasonal Florals sticker book. Season of Color is the official name. I really like that they were in bright summery colors, and there was one for spring and one for summertime. I saw those stickers and I thought, well, that would be a really nice rainbow spread using those stickers, since they kind of vary in color, going from pink to red, orange, yellow, and then there's some green leaf stickers as well, all in the same style. I'm going to go ahead and try that. I'm going to lay down the florals on both sides of the page and go in rainbow order down to green. So I'm starting off with the most red tones, kind of going into the pink, orange, yellow, and then fading into the green. Just kind of putting them in for the first time, seeing how it looks and where things fall, and then I'll make some adjustments from there. I went ahead and have laid in all of the florals that I have, and now I'm just going to drop in the green elements that are, like I said, mostly leaves and stems more so than florals itself. Pretty excited for this one. I've done a rainbow florals theme before. This is the first time I've done it with outline florals like this, and then I am going to be incorporating that ink background, so we'll see how it all turns out in the end. I did feel like the right side needed a little bit more florals at the top to push the color down the page a bit more, so I went ahead and cut out this one floral from a quote just to help, again, kind of fill in things and balance things out. I'll have to make some adjustments on this side to really get everything where I'd like it to be and in its right color scheme, which you'll see in a minute what I mean. But I basically have the red pinks in the first top day of the page, and then it works its way down into the oranges on the second from the top. Third from the top is the yellow tones, and the very bottom day is going to be for the green. So I do need to push things down and make some adjustments there. I'm also going to incorporate those clear quotes that I saw on those same sheets, and I have this one green quote that I'm cutting out now, which is a paper sticker instead of a clear sticker. I felt like I needed to have 3 quotes for balance. The red and the orange just wasn't enough, I felt like, to complete the feels of the spread. So I grabbed this green quote out and I'm going to try to incorporate it, but it being a paper sticker, I feel like it just is not going to feel the same once I'm finished with the spread. But for now, I have it down there and we'll see if I can make it work and get it incorporated. I'm moving things around here, like I said before, trying to rebalance the color and move it down the page. Some of these stickers have a darker outline than the others, and so I do want to have a little bit of both on each side, some with the darker, some with the lighter strokes, so it again feels more balanced. I don't want to have all of the thicker stroke stickers on one side and then all the light ones on the other, because then it will feel a little bit weird. So just maneuvering some of these stickers around, trying to, again, get that balance going with not only the color, but the weight of the stickers as well. I'm trying to use up all the stickers that I have here on the sheet. Whenever I have a certain style of sticker, I do like to use all that's available, if at all possible. It just helps me to use my stash to its fullest. There's nothing worse, I feel like, than when trying to incorporate like 1 or 2 stickers that don't really relate to anything else that you have available in your stash. So like I said, when I find something where there's a lot of a different type of sticker, I try to use them all at that one time, or at least have enough to do a complete spread, so use like half at a time. But just 1 or 2 leftovers usually don't get used up, and so it just ends up being kind of a waste unless I can get super creative with what's left over. So for the most part, I really do try to use all the stickers up, and it's just been a pretty good way of using my stash and making sure that my spreads are full too. You know, I don't chintz out on what I'm using. I really want to get the full effect of whatever it is that I'm trying to design, so it gives me more options to work with. And I'm just going to use some cuttings out from each of these branches, just trying to, again, balance things out. Also going to cut up this quote. I decided to lay it across the middle instead and just remove that red quote. The green quote too with the paper just really wasn't working for me, and that kind of led me to not use a red quote as well. And we'll just stick with the orange. I think it'll work across the middle and give me a nice balance between the two, instead of trying to balance it out with those larger quotes. I'm also going to have a lot of limited space for actual functional decor on this spread, so I want to make sure that I'm giving myself enough room for the functional aspect of it as well, and I think those quotes would have just taken up too much room. So now I'm in my, I think this is the Detailed Floral sticker book, and I pulled it because I saw some of the same colors in there as I needed for this spread. So I'm going to pull out some boxes for some focus areas, and then maybe some headers here too that I can use for focus areas. Color coding it with the style I mentioned, going from, you know, kind of rainbow style from top to bottom. Just making spaces for things so that it will remain a pretty functional spread. And just perusing through this sticker book, seeing if there's anything else I might want to incorporate. But I think we've got the basis for how this is going to look. So let's go ahead and pull up the wax paper and get started on the inking that I have in mind for the background. And like I mentioned before, I definitely want to have certain colors around each of the days. So I'm going to start with the yellow because it's the lightest color that I'll be using today. And I'm going to lay that in to begin with. And then I'll work my way up into the different deeper colors and try to kind of blend those in as a background element, as you'll see. So this color is called Pink Grapefruit. It's not a true orange, but it's also not pink. When I lay it down, I think it really ends up being a perfect blend with the other tones that I have here. The red, the yellow, it just kind of really ends up being the perfect orange pink tone to match up with the florals I have. And like I said, I'm just going to blend in this background color. So I'm excited to use this background color to brighten up the spread and bring in just that rainbow feel a bit more. I've done different rainbow floral spreads before, but this is the first time I've done it with these kind of mixed media techniques. So I'm hoping that it turns out like I envision in my mind. So I've laid down the green, and I'm going to go back and fill in with a little bit more yellow. I feel like I need a little bit more in some areas just to kind of make it all feel balanced. And now we will go ahead and lay in the florals. First, what I'm going to do though is white out the lines between the days there, and I'm going to lay in that orange coat I've pulled like right in between those lines. That way it really just straddles the middle of the spread, but also gives me a little bit more functional space on both of the days. I had some ink there on my finger, which I ended up smearing. So I just used my eraser to kind of pick it up, and that worked pretty well. So that looks good. Go ahead and now try to roll off these florals. Since I pretty much have them exactly where I want them, rolling them off is usually the best way to get them perfectly matched to what I envisioned. I'm just going to start it off by getting a leading edge going of the stickers and then just pulling back the wax paper to roll them off, so to speak, of the sheet. And that usually works pretty well, especially if the stickers are touching. So I've done that. I'll go ahead and trim it out and then save those clippings for use, maybe to fill in some of the edges or use on the other side as well. I think we look good there on this side. Let me go ahead and drop in these focus boxes. And I'm not real sure about the smaller headers at this time, so I'm going to wait on those. Once I get everything in, I'll decide if I want to add those or maybe make a change and do something else. So I'm going to go ahead and roll off the florals on this side. Again, just kind of getting it started and then laying down the stickers. This side I had to make a little bit of an adjustment when I was laying it down, so I need to reset this side of the florals so that it doesn't get a bubble. And I think that worked pretty well. Go ahead and fix that. And all right, that looks good. So let's go ahead and trim this side as well. Again, I'm going to save all of the clippings that have any sort of image on it, and I will try to fill in the edges with those same clippings. And we'll start with the top here, some of these bigger items, and just work my way around the spread anywhere where I see a hole. that I have a sticker for. I did a pretty good job of using all the pieces. There were only one or two that I didn't end up using, so felt like I got the most that I could out of those stickers. And I'm just going to push this guy down a little bit so it matches the placement of the one below. And yeah, like I said, I'm not real sure about those arrows. I think I'll just hold off on those for now. And I'm going to go ahead and finish laying in the rest of these trimmings the most that I can. I feel like the only color that I could have used a bit more of the stickers of is the yellow. I think I had plenty in the other colors, but the yellow could have used a sticker or two more, in my opinion. Looking for just places for these last stickers. I'm cutting them up as needed so that I can fit them in where they seem to be able to go. And I'm going to go ahead and just really solidify the stickers now that I think I have everybody in place, so that it gets rid of any of the air behind the clear stickers and it really makes them feel like they're a seamless part of the background. And okay, I think we're pretty much done. I will go ahead and add in my highlighter colors for my checklist. I will try those arrows one last time before I finish things out. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment too if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye.